This is some help with sentence construction, some rules and examples. To make a sentence, you need to be aware of the following 3 points. A sentence is a group of words that make sense on its own. Cheese, car, house, table on Tuesday. This isn't a sentence, it doesn't make sense. I parked my car next to my house. This is a sentence, you can understand what it means and it makes sense on its own. When writing, you must use the correct punctuation. Correct punctuation will show the reader where the sentence begins and ends, and it must begin with a capital letter and end with a full stop, a question mark or an exclamation mark. People sometimes confuse the punctuation to use at the end of a sentence. You can use commas, colons or semicolons in your writing, but they should never be used instead of a full stop. And a sentence should always include a verb and a subject. A sentence must contain a verb, and it's often called a doing word, but it can also be a state, so like, is, cooking, walked, need. And a subject, so this is the person or the thing that is doing the verb. That could be I, dog, Tuesday, you, table, the weather. And examples of sentences showing verbs and subjects. Last week, Peggy redecorated the pub. Are you hungry yet? Tuesday was very rainy and cold. If the sentence is an instruction or a request, you sometimes don't need a subject. Be quiet. Please sit down. Sentences can be short or long. There's no correct number of words that it should be. The length of the sentence depends on what you want to say and the effect you want to achieve. If your sentences go for many lines, check that you haven't put several sentences together as one sentence. And remember, you don't always need to write in sentences, it depends on what you're writing. For example, a shopping list doesn't need to be sentences, but a job application does.